How's it going, YouTube? Today what I'm gonna do is give you guys an honest opinion and review on my 2012 Mustang GT after almost 3 months of ownership. So before I get on with the video, I'm gonna go pump gas really quick. As you can see, I only have 11 miles till empty. It's kind of a sight that I see very often with this car. So aside from me really loving how the car looks, aside from me, falling in love with this car, I'm gonna tell you 1,000 things that I love about this car. How has this car treated me in the past 2 months? Gas-wise, it's a V8. It's standard. It's not gonna give you the best of numbers. Right now, if I check my numbers, I'm averaging 15.5 miles to the gallon. I can show you right now. 15.5 miles to the gallon on this past tank. Gas mileage isn't the best. Me from going for a guy who drove a V6 Camaro where I was getting anywhere between 20 to 24 miles to the gallon, depending on how I would drive the car, to going to a car that's averaging from 12 to 15 miles per gallon. It's a big difference. But like I said, luckily for me, I live really close to work, so I don't have to pump gas too often. But pretty soon I'm gonna be moving out of where I live and moving out on my own. So I will be living about 15 minutes from work right now. 15-20 minutes right now. I live about 5 minutes away from work, which is really not far at all. It doesn't take me that long to get to work at all. So we'll see the difference, how it hurts my wallet for gas, but I'll get through it. Alright, so the camera died on me yesterday when I was recording the video, and I was on my way to my friend's house. By the time I got back home, it was already dark, and I didn't really want to record in the dark, so it's already the next day. The gas experience, how much gas I spend, and in an honest opinion, since I live so close to work, like I said yesterday, I only fill up about once every week and a half, every 2 weeks. But I was the first owner. I want to explain to you guys why I traded in my Camaro for my Mustang. So before I drove this car, I owned a 2016 V6 Camaro, the RS package, and it was a nice car. I loved the car. I loved how it looked. I wanted that car ever since I saw it for the first time, and I made my dreams come true by I went out and I bought the car for about a year and a half, like a year, 8 months, and I loved every minute of having it. The only thing that was a little bug of it was it was pretty expensive. For it being a V6, of course. I mean, it was brand new, but for it being a V6, I was paying $463 a month for the car alone, and then I was paying $463 for the car alone, and then I had to pay about another $200 for insurance, and I was also paying for the insurance for my mom's car and for my dad's truck. So I was paying altogether $800 a month just to drive my car. And well, there was a few main reasons on why I traded my Camaro for this Mustang. First and foremost, this car is a V8. Everybody that drives either a Mustang, Camaro, Challenger, or a Charger wants to drive a V8. All right, I just had to make a quick stop at Walmart. So where was I? So I was saying, why would I have gone from my the Camaro that I love so much to this Mustang? And I was giving you guys the reasons why I made the switch over. And the first one was, of course, this one has a V8. The Camaro only had a V6. So that was the first, reason why I switched from the Camaro to the Mustang. Another reason was this one is a 6-speed manual. The Camaro was an automatic. And in my opinion, driving a manual is just a lot more fun than driving an automatic. Another reason was the price of the car. The Camaro, I was paying, like I said, $460+ a month, versus this one I'm only paying about $315 a month. And as you can see, it's over $100 difference. I'm saving a lot more money. My insurance went down. Overall, this car, I love the way it looks. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it drives. I love the interior. I love the exterior. This car, again, is another one of those cars where I just fell in love with the minute I looked at it, you know. And I realized also that I could customize this car a lot more to my preference because of it being a Mustang, you know, that's being a Mustang. Another big reason why I wanted this car over the Camaro was this car, you could customize it 1,000 different ways. You know, there's so many different aftermarket parts, whether it's performance, just styling parts, no matter, you know, what it is. A Mustang has a lot more aftermarket parts than a Camaro, a Challenger, and a Charger does all together. And it's really, at the end of the day, it's preference. You know, what makes you happy? What car do you want to drive that makes you happy? For me, this car is honestly top 5 in my list. It is. And for me to have the chance to actually own the car is what makes me happy as hell. You know, and the sky's the limit. I'm gonna keep on buying things that I want because I work for them, you know, and if I'm gonna continue to work for things that I want, then I'm gonna continue to buy stuff that I want, and that's how it works. So right now, sitting in this car, right now what's going through my mind is I want to pay this car off. I want to keep this car. You know, it's everything that I want. Leather interior, manual transmission, an all blacked out car, a V8. Has a few mods here and there where it makes the car sound nicer, perform a little better, and it has you know, and it has appearance modifications, you know, on the car, which is gonna make it look better. If I could have a Challenger, a Camaro, a Mustang, and a Charger, all those cars, I would. I'm not one of those type of person where like, oh, you know, I have a Mustang, I only like Mustangs, or I had a Camaro, I only like Camaros. Here and there, I made fun of Mustangs with my friends because they drive Mustangs when I had the Camaro, but at the end of the day, I'm driving one right now too. You know, if I could afford a Hellcat or a Demon, I would get one of those too. You know, but the thing is, I can't afford those all those things. But in my opinion, you know, but the way I am is I'm not preference to only Mustangs, only Camaros, only Challengers. No, I like them all. I'm a car guy. I like driving all the cars. If I could have all of them, again, I would buy all of them if I could, but I can't because I can't afford it. Mustangs get a lot of hate. You know, they're cars that crash a lot. You know, there's various videos on YouTube and Facebook that are showing Mustangs crash. The reason that happens is this car does put out a lot of power to the wheels at a very cheap price. I'm paying 17 grand for this car. Anybody can pay 17 grand for this car. A person on a part-time job can pay for this car. I'm only paying $300 a month for this car. So this car being so cheap, anybody can get one. It just gives you a higher chance to get a Mustang rather than like a Camaro or a Challenger, which are a little bit more expensive. So people who are inexperienced, when they're driving these cars and they don't know what they're doing and they just step on the gas, they're gonna lose control and they're gonna end up crashing into crowds. Everything that this car has right now, it looks beautiful, it looks great, and you know, having this car, it just makes me happy. So I mean, that's all I got for today, guys. I hope this wasn't a long video. Hope you stayed here till the end. All right, so that's gonna be it for this upload, guys. If you like the content, please drop a like. If you want to, drop a comment down below of anything you want to see on the car. If you're new, feel free to subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be making more content, hopefully every week. Till next time, guys, I'm out. Or